We can see the finish line today of this season, viewers, but a big challenge stands in our way as we take on Crystal Palace, another team in those playoffs, and we look to pick up 3 points to just carry on securing our place with that finish line on the horizon. 5 games have passed then since we met, viewers, and it's gone pretty mixed overall in all competitions, but in the league gone quite well. In the FA Cup, we drew 0-0 after beating Ipswich 2-0 in the league. We lost on penalties. It was an absolute shambles. We missed our first two. Thought we were going to do it, and we didn't. It was just, you can see here. You can just see here the amount of people that missed. Gold, Hughes, and Axel all missed the penalties, and it was just a complete nightmare. And we got knocked out of the FA Cup, unfortunately. I think we had our eyes on it a little bit too much. Thought we were going to do it after beating Ipswich in the league, and we didn't perform on the day. Another 0-0 draw ensued after that with a home game against Cardiff and another poor performance where we should have done a lot better and picked up 3 points. 3 points finally came around though in a performance where we blew Burnley away with Solanke scoring in the first minute, Perez in the 38th, 91st minute James Wynne scored a wonderful goal, and then in the 93rd minute Burnley got a late consolation. And then we blew Swansea away after that with Keane Bryan getting a brace and Solanke getting a hat-trick. We were 3-0 up after just 13 minutes in that game in a 5-2 home victory against Swansea in a really wonderful performance with Solanke and Alan Velasco both getting a 9.1. And then we let ourselves down in the last game as we lost 1-0 at home to Stoke in a game where we should have won but performed really poorly on the day. So with 5 games this season remaining, we find ourselves 1 point above Crystal Palace today. This could have a big implication on where we finish in the playoffs and who we will be facing come the end of the season. We're currently on 72 points, 6 points behind Bournemouth, 1 point in front of Crystal Palace, but crucially 9 points ahead of Sheffield Wednesday and that chasing pack. It's looking good. Let's go have a look at the starting 11 for this Crystal Palace game and see if we can pick up another 3 points and move up this table and carry on putting on pressure on Bournemouth. Just before we do that quickly though, viewers, Skoglund is back after his injury. He's played 3 games since and has struggled to find the back of the net and performed really poorly compared to his usual standards. He got a 6.6 in his first game against Burnley, a 6.9 against Swansea and a 6.4 against Stoke. He's not performed well in any game. He's not completed a 90 minutes yet either. He's not scored, not assisted, done really poorly. Hopefully today he can start to come good again because we are missing his goals. And coming into those playoffs where we do need to be winning, he is a key part of that. Thankfully Solanke stepped up to the plate, but we can't just be relying on one man. And the starting 11 then for this game against Crystal Palace is Walton in goal, Udo, Evans, Axel and Perez at the back, Hughes and Wynne in the centre today, Velasco on the left, Solanke on the right and Yabrez is in behind that man, Skoglund. Solanke on 20 goals for the season, Skoglund on 19. Goals are plenty in this team. Every position, barring Yabrez and Walton in goal, has scored. Hopefully today it'd be great if we could see Yabrez get a goal. So all 10 outfield players have got at least 1 goal to their name. Interestingly as well, Evans, Axel and Perez all getting 3 goals. Perez only joined in January as well. He's had a really good impact since coming here. An average rating of 7.10 so far since his arrival. Here we are then, kickoff is here. One thing that has happened as well since we last met is we have signed a new 2-year deal at the club. I mean, obviously we are still looking for other jobs, but you never know what's going to happen. I mean, if we get Forest up to the Premier League, that could really help boost us up and maybe next season look at securing a Premier League job or a job abroad within a top division. Yabrez looking at the edge of the area. Skoglund, there he is. It's been disallowed. I thought that was his first goal since coming back from injury. Really good build-up play. Lovely ball by Yabrez, and he's just straight offside by a good yard or so. And Skoglund, in fact, it wasn't even Skoglund that was offside. I don't know who it was offside there. Unfortunately, it doesn't count, and the goal is scrubbed off after just a few minutes. Velasco is, he's almost in. I mean, the throw in there outdid everyone in that Crystal Palace defence. It just went over everybody. We're expecting it. Velasco with the corner, headed in. Nope. Headed away, which Velasco picks up, gets it back in. Solanke's there. His 21st of the season. I can't believe no one has tried to poach him away from us, to be honest. 21 goals this season is unbelievable. When you think what sort of season we've had overall, where would we be without him this season? But unmarked, coming into the area and heads it past Collar in the Crystal Palace net, and that blue and red net ripples with our goal there. 13 minutes Skoglund was disallowed, 16 minutes Solanke finds the back of the net. As I said, Skoglund, we are looking at him to just pick up a goal and try and get back his goal scoring form. It'd be a massive, massive shame if he went from the end of the season now without scoring. After such an impressive debut season here at Nottingham Forest as well, it would be a huge, huge shame. We're going to tell the boys we're happy and keep the performance up so far. I still do think there's a little bit more to come from the boys, so we will say they weren't bad, but things need to improve as well. And we've got the faith in them to go and do it, and that is the crucial thing. Just after half-time, though, we've had 2 shots on target, as have Crystal Palace, but we have done more with the ball. We are going to demand a little bit more. I would like another goal just to make things a little bit more comfortable for us. As Crystal Palace are in here, Evans clears it away. He's been very, very strong for us once again at the back. We'd be interested in keeping him permanently if we could afford him and finances allow. Although Crystal Palace are in here. Oh, they've rattled the crossbar. They just caught us sleeping with a high line there. And Crystal Palace rattle that crossbar. And thankfully do not make us pay. Perez into Solanke. Now will he get the ball in? Poor ball in. Lundulu, who we know from Southend. Kucho's in. Kucho from Lundulu, a man that we know from Southend. He gets his 21st of the season after just rattling the bar moments before. It came from Solanke's really, really poor ball into the box, and a long ball over from Lundulu finds Kucho, and he fires past Walton in our net just after the hour mark, and we need to just find another goal here. Lundulu on this left-hand side now. What will he do for Palace? Into Kucho, the goal scorer. Velhina. Crystal Palace are just starting to make things turn, just twisting that screw, and we aren't really putting up much of a resistance as Barkley's in. Ross Barkley, who has ended up at Crystal Palace in 2027, has found the back of the net, and Crystal Palace have turned this game around. We are going to demand a little bit more here. After this highlight, we will make a change. Perez with the throw-in. Poor, headed away very, very easily. We pick it up, though, with Will Hughes into Evans at the back. What will he do? Lovely ball over the top for Skoglund. Skoglund finds the back of the net. And there's his 20th of the season. That's 2 players now that have got 20 goals this season. His first goal since injury. The first thing we've seen him do all half. And really, since that goal was disallowed. But a lovely ball by Evans over the top. Picks out Skoglund. He's beat the offside trap. Lovely touch. First time to put it into the back of the net. And the Crystal Palace keeper had no chance. 25 minutes of this game remain, and we need to fight back once again and try and get our noses in front. Lovely ball. Skoglund onside by a good 3 or 4 yards there, and thankfully we have made Palace pay. 62, 63, 66 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 goals. You cannot complain at that for entertainment. Didn't realise it was so quick since Palace had scored. We are going to make a change now, though, to see if we can just improve legs in this midfield. Win will come off. He's having a poor game, so we'll bring Jose Ronaldo on. See if he can make an impact. He's got 3 goals since he joined in January as well. Another player that's had a really, really positive impact for us. Very excited to see what he can do in the future here. Whether it be here at Forest or whether we take him somewhere else, we will have to wait and see. As Palace are in, headed away. Oh, and Walton's had his palm sting there. And it has gone round the post for a corner. Ronaldo comes onto the field now for James Wynn, who's having a poor game. James Wynn being very hit and miss for us. Palace are here. Barkley sets up Adiramola, and he finds the back of the net from a long-ranged effort and a really, really poor bit of defensive play from us here. No one's picked him up. Lovely ball across from Barkley. Again, unmarked. Who's 23 there? Let's let him go. Solanke has just lost Adiramola, who he should be picking up as his runner, and Palace overtake us once again in the league, and we go 2 points behind him with 4 games of this season remaining. Udor, deep free kick into Yabres. Hughes, what will he do? Lovely ball through to Velasco. It's Velasco. That goal was absolute perfection It was weighted to perfection, the pass. I thought it was just ahead of Velasco. It wasn't. And thankfully, it finds the back of the net. Great ball by Will Hughes. Straight in this gap here, which Crystal Palace have left for us. Velasco takes full advantage. Gets there just ahead of the goalkeeper. And thankfully, we make them pay. And it is now 3-3. There is one thing that we guarantee this season, and that is goals. Velasco on this left-hand side. Can we find a sucker punch and give Crystal Palace a fourth goal to concede here? Alvarado into Barkley. They're going to make us concede 4. Barkley has made us concede 4. We need to do it once again and fight back with 10 minutes of this game remaining. It's been an all-action game so far, hasn't it, viewers? But not in the way that we would have wanted. Palace so poor in that first half, have been so much better this second half. The fact that they've scored 4 goals in a half is absolute madness here, and we have not been up to the plate at all. Maybe we said the wrong thing to the boys in the changing room. We will make a change with 7 minutes to go. Gibbs will come on for Yarbrough, who's having a poor game at 6.5. And I think we'll make a change with Solanke coming off. Although he's got a goal, he's not having a brilliant game either. And we'll bring Sam Gallagher on, someone who's quite reliable for us off the bench and can find the back of the net when he needs to. We were back on level terms there for just 3 minutes before Ross Barkley found the back of the net for the second time this game. And we have lost 4-3 here down in London after a really dismal, disappointing performance. We're going to point the finger, tell the boys we aren't happy with that, and they need to go home tonight, have a long, hard look in that mirror and think about that performance that they've just put in. It is absolutely unacceptable that we have just put that performance in at this stage of the season, and that means it's 2 losses in 2 for us now. Hopefully we are not starting to hit a bit of a sticky patch, and with 4 games to go, the lead that we have has now been cut to just 6 points. With that in mind then, viewers, we will come back tomorrow with the last game of the season to see if we can either clinch those playoffs or see how we go into those playoffs form-wise as we look ahead to the post-season shenanigans of what is going to unfold. But if you have enjoyed that episode, viewers, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, share the video around and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again for more next time.